Welcome to this week's Fit Session. I'm here at Shelter in Double Bay, about to go through some hot and cold therapy, so come with me and let's check it out.
Fit Session Season 3, fueled by FroPro, the Fit Scoop. Treat yourself better. Shelter, located in Sydney's Double Bay, is a luxurious, uniquely Australian space designed to feel like a spa and work like a gym. Inspired by the idea to combine 5 distinct yet interrelated wellness concepts under one roof: ice baths, saunas, spin, boxing, and a juicery, Shelter is the perfect place to work out, recover, relax, and restore. In this week's episode, join Pap as he heads to Shelter to take part in some hot and cold therapy under the expert guidance of Shelter founder, Ben Mills.
I'm with Ben, founder of Shelter. I know today in front of us, Ben, we're going to go into some hot and cold therapy, so I might be a little bit reluctant to say thanks for having us, but really, thank you for having us.
Mate, thanks for coming down.
And so could you give us a bit of insight on what's going on today?
Mate, well, you're about to jump into the recovery aspect, or the recovery part of Shelter that we've got down here. The only freshwater ice bath in the nation commercially, as well as our traditional hot rock sauna. So you're about to immerse your body into 4 degrees Celsius cold water and then and into 85 degree sauna. And we'll go back and forward between a couple.
So one extreme to another, and then there's benefits between that contrast therapy?
Totally. There's a heap of study at the moment going on behind the scenes and case studies with regard to kind of the mental health aspect of it. But we've also got the physiological benefits of it, and one being, and probably first and foremost, our body doesn't have a natural pump on its lymphatic system. Jumping into the cold, or immersing yourself into the cold water, we force our lymph nodes, the muscles to contract, which forces the fluid through the lymph system, and in that filtering toxins out. So whilst all of your bloods rush back to, into your towards your vital organs in that fight or flight mode, but then we jump back into the hot, we force the blood back out into our extremities, and in that pumping all your toxins out.
Mate, so the science is there. I know it feels good afterwards, so let's get into it.
In the evening you'll be calling. In the evening you'll be calling. In the evening you'll be calling.
Now, it might seem torturous that I'm going back and forth between 2 extremes of hot and cold, but like Ben mentioned before, there is the benefits there. I'm regulating my core temperature as I'm trying to maintain homeostasis. And that means that when I'm coming out of the hot environment, all my core hot blood is now moved into my extremities to aid to sweat, to regulate that core temperature. Now vice versa, coming into the extreme cold, all that warm blood that was once pumped into the extremities is now going back into my vital area and my core to keep me, well and alive. And that's that flight and fight sort of scenario. And that regulation and constantly going back and forth is what's going to aid in your recovery from pumping lactic acid, for getting rid of toxins, and also just increasing your general mood, and I'm feeling invigorated and energized. So this is my last bath, and I'll be just having a shower after this, and then I'm going to kick on with my day.
So Pap, you made it through both the hot and the cold. Tell me about it.
Well, to be honest, I've had a really big week, and I trained pretty hard this morning, so this is exactly what I needed, a bit of TLC. Going between the hot and cold for 40 minutes, I've walked out feeling really invigorated. My legs and body are just pumped. I feel like I can run 100 miles an hour right now.
There we go, it's what we love to hear. Certainly an integral part of holistic wellness is that recovery aspect, and we hope to have you back.
Absolutely, man. I'll be back for sure. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks to Ben and the team at Shelter. I feel amazing after that session. So stay tuned for next week's Fit Session.
Thanks so much for joining us for this week's Fit Session, and make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode of TFL TV Fit Sessions. To find out more about this week's episode, or to find a similar provider in a location that is closer to you, head to thefitlist.com.au.